Alright, I have the Apple TV 4K certified refurbished from Apple. I bought this for $183 plus after tax. So, yeah, what are we waiting for? Let's get inside the box. Alright, nothing else inside the box. Alright, good. So in here we have the unit itself. Alright, as you can see, there's the Apple TV 4K. And yes, I do have a 4K TV, so I already have a cable box plugged into it, obviously from Spectrum, as you can see, the remote. But this is a great addition to my TV, to my little setup I have. So yeah, let's just put it off to the side and let's get rid of the rest of the contents. So in here we have the infamous Siri Remote. A lot of people hate it because this part is glass, and yeah, if you drop it, like here, unfortunately I have hard floor. This falls on the floor and this breaks, I'm done. Alright, that's that. And here you have power supply cable. Right, figure of 8 connector and your 2-prong. Right, in here we have just cardboard, and inside we have Apple TV pamphlets with Apple stickers. And in here you have your lightning cable. Wow, a free lightning cable. That's on the box. That's it. All right, close this up. And now I put this on my shelf. Alright, perfect. So, oh yeah, keep in mind, it doesn't have an HDMI cable. You're gonna have to buy an HDMI 2 line, HDMI 2 cable. HDMI 2 cable, whether it be at Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, whatever. If you don't wanna go to the stores, obviously I understand with this whole pandemic, you don't wanna go anywhere. You can just buy the 2-meter one from Apple for $30. It's Belkin branded. So yeah. If you already have a bunch of them laying around like I do, you don't have to worry about it. So let's unwrap the remote. Alright, there's a remote, the matte touchpad, the glossy bottom. You got microphones right there and right there on the back. Your infrared sensor for your TV or soundbar. And let's see what else. Yeah, the lightning connector to charge it. Yeah, and your Apple logo is printed on there. Alright, let's go. So now let's get on with the Apple TV. And it's Energy Star certified, believe it or not. Alright, take it out the plastic. And you have a matte finish on the top with the glossy Apple TV logo. Yep, there you go. And the bottom, cooling vents, because it does have the A10X Fusion chip. And I have to remove this plastic now. And you have your figure of 8 connector for your power, your HDMI port, and Gigabit Ethernet port. Sorry, the lighting isn't cutting it. There you go. Yep, HDMI, Ethernet, and power. The 4th generation HD Apple TV does have a USB-C port on the top, but they obviously removed it here. So yeah. Alright, let's go to the TV and plug this in and set it up. Alright, you guys are seeing my little shelf here. My Xbox, my PS3, my fat PS3, my Xbox One S, where my modem and router sits, and my Spectrum receiver that I ran from Spectrum. Obviously, this is the 110, not the DVR version. It's just the receiver to watch TV. And yeah, here's the HDMI cable I'm going to use for the Apple TV 4K. Oh yeah, and on top is my PS4 Slim and controllers for it. So let's just plug it in. So we just grab that. It's one of those cables that light up a certain color, depending which color you bought, and lights up whenever you plug it in to power. whenever this thing gets power. So yeah. I need a feel for it. All right. Well, there it is. Fits perfectly, somewhat. And my neighbor's dog is gonna fucking start barking. We're gonna hear a satisfying click. There you go. Alright, I plugged in the power cord. So let me adjust the camera towards the TV and switch it to the HDMI port. I plug in the HDMI, the other end of the HDMI to the TV because the Apple TV is not gonna run on the official hole I have behind this shelf. It runs all the way up here and plugs into the back of the TV. Now I'm just gonna, you guys will see. All right, it wants me to pair my remote, so I'm gonna tap the this part. All right, I'm gonna select English, obviously. United States, obviously, because that's where I live. All right, United States. Use Siri. Not now. It's gonna allow me to set it up with my device. So I'm gonna grab my iPhone 8 here. I use it to film the video. So I'm gonna click, select set up with device. And I'm gonna make sure I have Bluetooth on. And obviously, it says set up your new Apple TV. Set up. I'm gonna enter the code, and it's activating my Apple TV. Is gonna connect it to the internet. Well, obviously through Ethernet, because as you just saw, I plugged in the Ethernet cable onto the back of the router. So we're just gonna wait here until it does its thing. It's setting up iCloud and all that. Yeah, I have a TV provider. Of course I do. Sign in. Spectrum. There you go. And it should automatically detect my provider because it's plugged into the modem, and as you can see, it did. Now get the most out of the TV app with your subscription, with your Spectrum subscription and these apps. Well, I don't get CNN, let alone Travel Go channel, whatever, let alone Fox News. But let's go for it. It's pretty worth it if I download Comedy Central and all that. And yes, I will install the Spectrum TV app. Oh, it detected as a small room. All right, it does belong here. I mean, yeah, the small room. Screensaver. All right, let's do that. I can show off my TV. All right, I'm gonna set those screensavers so whenever Corona's done for, we have people over, I can show off the TV's amazing colors. Look at this shit. Alright, same to Apple Analytics. Same thing with the apps. Obviously, if you disagree with the terms and conditions, it's not gonna work. Obviously, I agree. I spent all this money anyway, might as well. Alright guys, as you can see, here's my Apple TV 4K plugged in. This is actually after a day and a half of getting it. I have it plugged in, I have it set up and all that. Plugged into Ethernet, HDMI 2.0A, plugged into my HD, my LG Ultra HD TV I bought last year, the 4.3, because 4.3-inch UM6910. So as you can see, I have it on the screensaver that it downloads, that I chosen to set up. It's set to weekly, but I have it set to daily, so I can get new footage. Mostly the same, but still not bad. I can leave the TV on when I go to bed, and I have my radio turned on. My HD radio plugged into my sound system. I have plugged in there and sleep to music to the radio, and just have this playing in the background. Alright, I'm pointing the iPhone towards the TV because I don't have a capture card to show you guys the Apple TV interface. So Here's the Siri Remote, the infamous Siri Remote. I ordered a case for it on eBay because on Amazon, obviously because of the current situation with the pandemic, they're delaying non-essential items in mid-April, so I had to order it elsewhere where it's a little bit faster. And yeah, Best Buy does sell them for $10, but I didn't realize that they do offer free shipping, especially for someone like me who is an elite member, my Best Buy elite member, because I buy a lot of shit from there. Really, well, this year, well, obviously not that much because of the virus. But anyway, I press menu on the remote. As you can see, I have my Spectrum TV app. It syncs with the boxes and the other apps and the other devices that I have in the house that have the app installed. You can see the recently watched on there. But I'm not going to play anything on the app because I did it once. I got a copyright claim. I'm not going to do that mistake here. Long story short. So there's YouTube. Obviously, I can show videos on YouTube. Obviously, I can do it. I watched all the Untitled. Alright, let's go back. It's in my watch history, so your iPhones, your iDevices vibrate or they notify you that you can use those devices instead to type out keywords or whatever, passwords. So you don't have to use the trackpad on the remote to, go through all that. Yep, the max is 1080p for the Apple TV. Even just plugged into a 4K TV. And I can show you guys that I'm telling the truth because if I press info on the TV remote, you can see 2160p, 60 hertz, HDR, and and all that. And as a matter of fact, for the record, if I go to settings, video and audio, and format, you can see automatically it says 4K HDR, so I had to lower down the brightness on there so you guys can see the screen clearly. So yeah, it's doing 4K HDR at 60 frames a second or 60 hertz. So yeah, there you go. My local NBC station, I have their app installed on there. You can install a speed test and do a speed test on there. Your remote is automatically, when you set it up for the first time, the Apple TV is automatically programmed to control the volume on your TV set. In my case, I have a soundbar plugged into my TV, but right now I have it set to the soundbar now. But in order to change the volume control to your soundbar or whatever AV equipment you have, you have to go to volume control, settings, remote and devices, home theater control. You go to volume control, you select that. You have automatic selected by default. You have to go to edit devices, or you can see a learn new device. You select learn new device, and it's gonna tell you to press and hold the volume up button on the other remote. So in this case, I'm going to push volume up on my soundbar remote, point the remote towards the Apple TV, and you have to wait until that progress bar fills up. As you can see. Oh, never mind. And now I can hold down the volume down key, and there you go. As you can see, I now have my soundbar once again set up to be controlled by the Apple TV remote. So yeah, it's pretty nice that you can do so. You have your screensaver. I obviously have the aerial turned on, and then also new video daily. And it actually tells you how much it could probably be, the size of the video. But to have a limited internet with Spectrum, I don't mind doing it daily. And it starts after 5 minutes of inactivity, and it can show during music and podcasts. And I can preview it now. And my god, that's a nice screensaver. A lot of jellyfish. Alright. Appearance, you can have it set to automatic, so depending on the time of day, it'll go to light mode and it can go to dark mode. right now it's what? It's 11:19 p.m. in the evening. So it's dark mode. So later in the morning at 7 or so, I'm probably gonna be asleep by then. Gotta go back to light mode. So depending on your preference and depending on the lighting in your room or wherever you have this in. If it's dark all the time, you have it set to dark mode. If it's light all the time, you set it to light mode or automatic, depending on your liking, is your preference. You know, this is what I have it set to, the default. And you can have Apple TV sleep after a certain amount of hours, minutes. I have it set to never because, well, I don't mind. I don't know if you can hear the fan running in the background. I can invoke Siri and tell her to turn off the fan. Turn the fan off. As you can see, or as you heard the relay click and the fan turned off. So it's pretty nice. Turn the fan back on. It's a Wemo. It's a built-in Wemo outlet. I have named the fan, or just fan, and it knows what I'm talking about. What's the weather like tomorrow? Oh god damn! It's gonna be 91 degrees tomorrow. Might as well go outside tomorrow. Obviously, with the virus, I can go out and about like nothing. Maybe go out cruising in the car. Take a few pictures with the iPhone SE when I have the opportunity. Because right now I can't, and I don't have the iPhone SE yet. But alright guys, the Apple TV basically, it's pretty nice. I bought it for $183 after tax. It's a refurb model. My uncle ordered his first, then I did. I was trying to look for refurbs because it was cheaper when I ordered his, but they were not in stock. So when I pre-ordered the iPhone SE last week, I saw that they had Apple TV refurbs in stock. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna order one because I always wanted one. Now that I have the opportunity and I have the money, might as well order it. And now that I'm in quarantine, I can do something for once. Put some work in the channel. So anyway, hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Get the fuck out of here. But if you did like the content, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon and so you can get notified when I upload new videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the iPhone SE unboxing. Peace.